It's California Edition. My name is Brad Pomerance, and we are joined by Jose Solorio. He was recently appointed to the California Student Aid Commission, also an elected member of the Rancho Santiago Community College District. You are the president of that district, and all I can say is congratulations. We know that Senator Marty Block recently sponsored, and a bill was signed that allows 15 community colleges to launch bachelor programs. And a school within your district, Santa Ana College, was one of the 15 selected.
Yeah, we're excited, and you know, it's historic. You know, we've never had BAs at the community college level, and it creates a lot of opportunity. You know, we have in California about 2 million students in community colleges. You know, we train a lot of the nurses, firefighters, peace officers, a lot of folks in the technical areas, and a lot of them, they get their 2-year degree and they want more. And so we'll be able to offer in a very affordable, cost-effective way.
And specifically with regard to Santa Ana, the major that is being offered is known as Occupational Studies, which I understand is a human resources major. How did you come to select that as your bid, for your bid?
You know, we looked at Santa Ana College and Santiago Canyon College. What were those technical areas where there's demand by the students, demand by the employer community, and that would be a BA degree not offered within the region?
Well, and the reason is, as you know, under Senator Block's bill, there can be no duplication between any community college and any CSU or UC.
Correct. So we work with our academic senate, we work with students, the employment community. This made sense, and you know, the big boys and girls up in Sacramento agreed that, you know, we had one of the stronger applications. They picked 15.
Out of 112 potential candidates, I mean, there are 112 community colleges. Do you know how many applied?
I think about 34 separate applications were put forward. The other exciting thing is someone's going to be able to get a BA degree essentially for $10,000.
That's huge.
So that's pretty. That's pretty big.
Huge.
That's significant.
$10,000
total,
not a year.
Correct, total. So the fees are going to be a little bit higher than your typical $46 per unit that is currently offered for our 2-year program, but that's exciting.
But think about CSU, which is somewhat of a bargain. I think it's $7,000 a year right now for CSU. For UC, about $12,000 a year
per year.
Yeah, 1 year. I mean, and you can get a BA for $10,000.
Right.
My question, sir, is under Senator Block's bill, the program can launch this fall. Do you know if Santa Ana College is ready? I mean, are you going to be launching this fall?
You know, I think we'd like to, but there are a few other hurdles. There's a few other hurdles we need to jump between now and then, including, you know, going through the accreditation commission on this course. But we're excited about that prospect, and it needs to be up and going at least before 2017. So that's, as soon as this fall, but within the next couple of years. So you know, we're just real excited. You know, locally we've gotten a lot of positive emails and phone calls about moving in this direction, and so it's a time for leadership.
I must ask you, you know, to be selected in a way, it's like, you know, you won the Oscar. I mean, this is a huge deal, you know, for those that work in community college. How did you find out the good news? Why did you hear that, you know, you're the winner? What happened? Did you get an email? Did you get a press release? What happened?
Well, you know, I read a lot of news online on my tablet, so I knew that there was an article saying that day we were going to be picked, so we were already watching it. And then our community college system sent out, you know, a mass email blast, and there we were, and it was exciting.
Yeah, congratulations. I want to mention also that right near your district is Cypress College. And Cypress has quite a unique major that's being offered. Can you tell us about it? You know,
yeah, you know, they're going to be able to offer a BA degree in mortuary science.
Who knew?
So who would have thunk it? But
who knew exactly?
But I do know that actually there's somebody where I get my haircut that she's learning you know, how to embalm and how to do, you know, mortuary work, and so there are folks that have it in their blood to do work in that area, so that's exciting for them.
What's interesting is it seems like definitely a majority of the majors being offered at some level are in the health sciences. At some level. Is that surprising to you, or is that what you'd expect?
Well, I think there's a lot of jobs in the technical fields. Community colleges do that work well. But we're seeing with Obamacare and with folks getting older as a society that the growth in healthcare is big, and there are good jobs there. So I'm glad that community colleges are a place to to train them.
Let's talk about President Obama, if we may. As you know, recently, President Obama delivered his 7th State of the Union, but even prior to the State of the Union, he had announced that he was supporting and would be proposing a plan to offer free community college to anyone that qualified. And essentially, the qualifications are not that stringent. Half are full-time, working toward a vocational certificate, or to transfer to a four-year institution. What do you make of that proposal, free community college?
Well, I think it's fantastic. There shouldn't be any young person or mid-career person that, for financial reasons, can't go to a community college. And so I think that's what this proposal speaks to. I'm also just excited that people are speaking about higher education and making it more affordable. And there's a lot of focus on community colleges right now, but I'm also really up on trying to get our CSU and UCs more affordable, and so I'm hoping that that this will begin the discussion about making all college more affordable.
So, as a member of the California Student Aid Commission, does that commission look at financial aid for all higher ed institutions, community college, CSU, UC, even privates?
Yeah, it's all higher ed. For example, the main program that we administer is the Cal Grant program. So that's something that's for all levels of public higher education, but also private higher education. We also administer the middle class scholarship. These are for folks right in the middle of the income spectrum that don't get financial aid.
Let's talk about that, because the middle class scholarship, in California, the definition of the middle class is very different than our friends in Iowa.
Right.
I believe if your family makes, is it under 180,000 a year?
Up to 150.
50,000 a year, you can qualify.
Yes.
I mean, that's a lot of people.
It could be a lot of people. What we see with financial aid and affordability is, if you're poor, there are waivers, there's financial aid. If you're well-to-do, you put another zero on the paycheck, on the check, and sign on. So it's the people in the middle, and so through this middle-class scholarship, it's up to $150,000 for family income, but as low as 100,000 and even some beneath that. So there's the opportunity to get up to a 40% discount essentially on tuition for CSU or UC, and I want more people to learn about that. That begins by filling out the FAFSA form, which is the free application for financial aid.
But as you may know, there is discussion about whether the middle class scholarship can survive. But you know as well as anyone that there's a little battle going on between Governor Brown and UC Chancellor Janet Napolitano about whether UC tuition needs to increase. And one of the possible points of compromise could be to save some money to pull back on the middle class scholarship.
Yeah, that idea is out there. I know Senate leadership, a big focus is just on ensuring one way or another that UC education is affordable, and also that at all levels, including UC, that we get students through the system quicker. Because if you're able to graduate in 4 years from a four-year institution or in 2 years from a two-year institution, that also is an affordability factor and something that's important for students.
But at the same time, when you look at the UC, CSU, and even community college system, I mean, a good number, probably even half, are receiving some form of aid, and a good portion are on complete free rides. So is it a bit of a misnomer that college is not affordable today, because so many students are actually receiving aid?
Many are, but for those that are in the middle class, or those that miss a deadline, or those that come at the wrong point in time into school, they do have debt.
Well, we know debt is exploding.
They do have a second job that they have to deal with. They have other circumstances. They're paying over $100 for books. That oftentimes there are these things that it seems on paper like they got enough to go to college, but in real world they can't afford the rent or they can't afford the books and are having to cut back. Many college students across the country aren't buying all their books because they can't afford the books.
You're right. His name is Jose Solorio. He is a member of the California Student Aid Commission, also the president of the Rancho Santiago Community College District. My name is Brad Pomerance, and you are watching California Edition. So what do you think happened?